Brian.
Hey, Leather, what's up?
Hey, great to talk to you. How's the weather out there, dude?
Oh, pretty nice right now. 70, a little breezy. It's nice compared to earlier in the week when the humidity was in here. But,
Yeah, well, my mom lives in upstate New York. I mean, outside of Rochester, and it's been raining like a motherfucker up there.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the interest. This is really great.
No problem, no problem. This came through Dustin, so Dustin's a good friend of mine and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
I'll do anything for that guy.
Yeah, he has a great reputation. He's been a really great asset to our team. I really enjoy him being around.
Cool. Now let's go back first, really, to the early days. What were you like as a child?
I was your typical upstate New York Italian Catholic girl going to school with my little uniform, doing what everybody told me to, hanging out with the nuns, and Jesus. But I think what was really cool about my church is they had a 10:30 Mass every Sunday. And there was this woman, Mary Flick, her name was, and she was the musical director. So we had a choir, but we would sing really cool songs like Led Zeppelin and the Eagles and, Elton John as I was growing up. So I got a little piece of that rock thing. And I was always the girl that, since I went to a Catholic school, it was a pretty small amount of kids there, and I was just always the one that would get up and sing. So I think I had the bug pretty early. But I was just a normal kid, a normal girl.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I guess school changed a lot because my daughter, she plays trumpet in school.
Yeah.
They just had a concert and they did Europe Final Countdown and they did and Ozzy Iron Man.
Oh, that's amazing. That is so great to hear. Well, I think that the rock or metal music has finally, found its worth. That is so interesting for her. Wow.
Yeah, she's only 14, so I'm listening in the other room. I said, yeah, I know that song.
Good girl. Wow.
So that was pretty cool. Tell me, in the early days, you opened up for Suicidal Tendencies, Megadeth, a lot of big bands. So were you impressed, or you just
impressed? No, God, I wasn't impressed. Not in a bad way. No, I was just hanging out with them. We were just all trying to be great. I wasn't impressed. I was just doing my job, and at that time, they had all just really got signed, so it wasn't this big, huge, everybody was kind of getting signed at that point. I always looked to them to learn from them. I've always had this thing, a lot of people ask me, oh my God, you were a girl, did you notice how bad it was? And I didn't. Sledge tells me that I was in a bubble. David Chastain does too, but I just learned from them because I knew back in the day it was their game. So I just hung with them, learned with them, sang with them. It was a great experience. Those shows were quite frightening for our band at that time. I mean, we got a lot of stuff thrown at us, and so it was a great training ground.
Cool. Well, in '89 you released Shockwave, and now you're Imagine Me Alive. What's the difference between back then and now recording and the atmosphere?
Well, of course recording is insane now. You don't have to wait for the tapes to wind. You just press a button. As far as my point of view, it's no different. I'm still in the vocal booth sweating, trying to hit notes, trying to hit harmonies. But again, it's the speed of it all, and now anybody can do it. You can make a record in your bathroom. So that's pretty, it's good and bad. What do you do to stand out these days? It's still hard work that I enjoy. I don't see it as that much different. I don't come from the technical aspect. I write and I go in and try to reproduce it. So, it's not that big of an impact on me.
Cool. Now let's get to some of the new album and stuff like that. It's pretty diverse from, really heavy rockers to stuff like Touch, Torch, and Illusion of Olympus One. Did you want it that way? Like a little heavy, little soft, little heavy, little soft?
Yeah, Sledge and I would stay up at weird hours of the night, and, we'd be tired, and these things would kind of come about. We decided early on, I think we were doing the demos to One Glimpse, and somehow something happened where we decided that we wanted it to be one piece of music. We wanted all the interstitials. We didn't want it to stop. And then after she wrote Imagine Me Alive, the title track, it kind of grew from there as this process of this concept that we had in our heads. So we did. We have a lot of stuff inside of us, and Matt, the guitar player, and then Scott Warren, they had all these pieces that they had. So yeah, it was definitely intentional how it came out. Yeah.
Cool. Tell me a little bit about the band.
The band, Scott, it was funny. We played over in Germany, and then we came back, and we knew that wasn't the right band, so we had put out a bunch of feelers, sent out a bunch of demos, and Matt from Germany, his rhythms and his writing and his technique and everything, we just really loved. So we got him over here. As far as Scott Warren and Jimmy Bain, what a fucking blessing that is. But Sledge lives in L.A., and she just obviously started running into Jimmy Bain, and we were like, damn, who would you want to play bass? Jimmy Bain. So she just literally started talking to him about it. He wasn't really doing anything at the time, and he had remembered us from back in the day when, we were blessed to hang out with Ronnie. So he heard the material and said, yeah. So I actually never recorded with him. He did his work down there. Scott Warren, we were having a conversation, with Keith Marks, who is a family friend of Sandy's, the Styx road manager, and a family friend, as I said. And we were sitting around one day, and he knew about, our love of Dio and that type of music. And he said, hey, and we had been talking about keyboards, and he said, maybe we should hook up with Scott Warren. He gave us the number. Sandy called Scott Warren. He liked the material, and he was in. So it was really an unbelievable process. I mean, I look at them, when we were practicing a bit, just looking over, going, this is Scott Warren. I mean, it's a privilege, let me tell you.
Wow. Very cool. Very cool. Would you have done anything different in your music career?
No, I don't know. That's so hard to say. Probably the thing that pops up in my head is I would have had more control over it. I tend to be lazy by nature, and when I got into the Chastain family, it was like, wow, he had all the material written, he had all the plans, he was running the show, and there were some incidences that happened that I would have done differently. So, yeah, I guess I would have taken more control of my own destiny. Yeah, that's about it. But everybody can say that. That's no big deal.
Cool.
I hope.
What was the biggest impact of music to you?
Wow. When Rude Girl turned me on to Ronnie James Dio in the early 80s, when I heard him do Heaven and Hell and the Sabbath stuff, and then he came out with Holy Diver, that's when it all kind of really gelled for me. When I went to audition for Sledge and Rude Girl, I came from a rock background. I was in upstate New York doing, Heart covers and Benatar covers and James Gang. And, as soon as I heard him in that voice, that really made me try to achieve the vocal sound that I wanted. And, that pretty much blew me away when I heard him.
Cool. Will this band go on the road?
Oh, my friend, we are trying. It's a really difficult time right now with the economy, but yes, I can't tell you when. There's nothing set in stone. We're talking to a lot of people. We have a lot of projects going on. Yes, it will happen, and as soon as it does, we'll let everybody know. But that is the goal of this band. I want to get back to Europe. I want to tour the States. Yeah, I'm so hungry to get back out there.
Cool. Now you're on Metal Up Records. Why'd you sign to them?
Because they're us.
Yeah,
That's us.
Yeah, well, I mean, are you going to be signing other bands, or are you just doing all your own?
It's the beginning of all of it. I mean, who knows? I think right now we're concentrating on us. But yeah, that's the whole goal, to just grow and grow and grow. Yeah, there's so much talent out there, but right now the priority is getting the band on the road and making more music.
Cool. Now, you think it's a chance you might go with a bigger label, or you just want to stay independent? Because a lot of people like to do everything on their own now.
Well, again, that's a good question. Me coming from the older days, that was my first reaction, to shop and get it out there. But because of my history, I'm really blessed to have contact with a lot of people on the label side, and I don't really know how necessary it is. I think it may just be necessary as far as going on the road for support, but I don't really think you get too much of that either. So, we're an open book. We're willing to talk to everybody, whatever happens. But we're pretty happy right now. You can certainly do a lot of it alone.
Cool. Is a majority of this album done by sound waves or in the studio?
Oh, I would say in the studio. Yeah, in the studio. We did studios. We did, God, I'm sorry. I don't know where they went in L.A. I feel like an idiot. I don't remember the name of it. But up here we came up to Juan Ortega up at Trident, who did the huge Machine Head record from last year. And he's working with on the New Testament record. And I did some vocals up here at Studio D in Sausalito, California. Vocals and drums, definitely in the studio. Keyboards in the studio. Yeah, we went around the studios in California.
Cool, cool. So what's your goal for this band?
Oh, God. It's funny you say that. I would like to be opening for Iron Maiden down in Argentina. I think really big. God, I'd love to be on the road with Godsmack. I just want to get on the leg of a big tour. I just want to get out there. And I'm hoping that through, my older reputation in Sledges that we'll be able to do that. But yeah, we want to tour. I've always been better live. I've never been a good studio singer. It's too contained and you're worried about, the pitch and everything. I'm much better live, and to get out and tour for sure.
Cool. How long did this record take to make?
We started thinking about it, I think we started doing demos in October. And Sledge is very organized. I mean, she's the business foundation of this whole thing. She wanted it out, January 1st, but of course it didn't happen. I would say November, December, January, about 3 months, 2.5 to 3 months.
Cool. Was there any songs that were a little bit difficult to record than others?
Oh, yeah, for me, The Lost Forgiveness, the last full track. There were lots of layers of harmonies, and the melodies got changed, and so that was a little difficult for me, but the end result is beautiful, so it doesn't matter.
Cool. Her Father's Daughter piano reprise, that song was amazing. I love the instrumental piano, and you did a great job on that song.
Thank you. That's one of my favorite songs. That really means a lot to me. I had lost my father, and my father was always like, you weren't done. And also, Ronnie James Dio, as he did to the whole world, it was a really horrible moment when he died, so it kind of tied all in together as a father figure. Yeah, that song came out great. I am not a prolific songwriter like Sledge can just, look up in the clouds and write this song. And it was an idea that we were talking about, and, those lyrics just came to me, and I presented them to her, and she just said, you know what, this is going to be a Doom song. And God, I'm so proud of that. And Scott went crazy. That was one of Scott Warren's favorites too, and boy, that was so touching what he did, wasn't it, on that piano?
Very, very much.
Yeah, I'm really proud of that song.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you talking to us, and it was great talking to you. And would you like to say anything in conclusion, talking to your fans?
Yeah, I thank all of you for hanging out and waiting for me and your continued support, and I hope that you enjoy IMA. You can go to sledgeleather.com and find out what's going on with us, and please like us on Facebook, the Sledge Leather Project, and, we enjoy it, and we're coming for you. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.